All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier self hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So today's pod is truly, me just taking a moment to mark this in the books of my history, my historical journey, simply because, as some of you may already know, I did my first podcast today with guests, and the podcast is called the I Hypnosis Coaching Journeys. And this is the first of 100, which means we have another 99 to go this year. So I'm really, I feel really blessed. I feel really fortunate that I found a medium, I found a way to be able to express myself on this journey, on this vocation that I tapped into many years ago. And thanks to the power of the internet, thanks to the way the world has changed in the last couple of years, for me, I have now been able to tap into something that I truly connect with. And it's not just serving me, it's not just only for my benefit, but the intention is that it can help you, especially, as a digital coach, uh, as you are going on this journey. I know how difficult it can be. As I keep remembering and keep reminding myself that I got into this years before when, the industry itself barely existed. I'm talking a good 18 to 20 years ago when coaching, the closest that one would come to coaching was, let's say, in the corporate space, right? So you had corporate coaches, people that were, certified by international organizations, and they were typically the ones who did coaching. When we look at behavioral coaching, specifically, personal development, or as it was called at a point in time, personality development, um, the coaching industry, the way we look at it today, didn't exist. And so, somewhere for me, many years ago, when I, happened to attend my first practitioner in NLP or neuro linguistic programming, that just kind of clicked for me because I knew I had found a medium. I knew I had found a way to be able to not just express myself in the work that I do, but to truly be able to help other people on their journey, truly be able to help other people, tap deeper into um, their own gift, their own reason to be here, to exist. And so, you know, literally, is when I think about it, like in the context of NLP, it started in 2007. So we're talking like close to um, literally, you know, what is it, 17 years ago. And I know that at that point it was a wild idea. It was probably an idea way ahead of its time, at least in the Indian context. Uh, as some of you may know, neuro linguistic programming has been around obviously since the 70s and the 80s, worldwide, but in India, it's we've only started to of late hear more about it. In the past, of course, there have been people that have, tried in different ways to be able to reach out to a wider audience and to, for them to be able to experience the power of NLP or neuro linguistic programming. And of course, my journey didn't stop there. Right? It went on to me finally discovering my Brahmastra, my power in the magic of hypnosis. And so, of course, today when I work with clients, when I do coaching, when I even run my courses, my programs, I blend the two. So there's hypnosis as well as neuro linguistic programming. And I see that this is that year where things shift. This is that year where the message goes broad, uh, having at the same time, the specificity of talking to coaches, because I know that being a coach is a calling. And if you happen to have been, as they say, bitten by that bug, then it's difficult to stay away, right? And on its own, that sounds great, but when you have to figure out a way to be able to run a business, to own a business, to keep your business successful, to keep your business in business, it's another ball game altogether. So today I know that this is that time to help people out there who really believe in the power of their message. But obviously, as you probably know as a digital coach, it's not enough to know your content. It's not enough to know your subject matter. You've also got to be able to figure out a way to communicate it to people out there, so that they are drawn to you, so that they can truly take action. Um, in this one area, I know I have done several experiments in the over the years, and a lot of times, especially if we lead with our heart, we tend to not want to create that scarcity, not want to create that urgency for people to take action. And I get it. When it's done in the wrong context, uh, it can make us as digital coaches, as healers, it can make us feel icky, it can make us feel sleazy, and that is not why we even got here in the first place, why we even do this in the first place. So I get that, but a lot of this, takes reframing. A lot of this takes us changing the way we look at what we do, so that we're able to help other people. And obviously, it is a longer journey than one would assume. But having said all of that, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of transformation, personal transformation, and of course, you will see people's lives change literally in front of your own eyes. Now, who would not want to be in that environment? And so that's why I'm really, really looking forward to this year. Like I said, I've started to create and release a couple of these projects. The 100 stories of coaches, which is essentially the eye hypnosis coaching journeys, has now officially been launched. We will be doing several, over literally 99 more over the course of this year. So on average, you can expect two podcasts every week, and I'm obviously looking out for interesting uh, stories of coaches, interesting journeys of coaches who have maybe defied all odds, maybe even surprised themselves on the journey. And so now they literally have a story that they can share, that they can use as a way to inspire others. And my intention is to be able to hold that space so that they can share their message. Having said that, of course, my intention is also to be able to create that space where, for people who realize that they need to change the way their thoughts have been wired together from probably decades. I know, uh, you know, the combination of NLP, or neuro linguistic programming, and hypnosis together is something that can really make that deep impact in them. And where the journey, of course, is going to be a lot of fun, there's going to be a lot of learning. And my intention is to teach, now, to literally scale that in a way that, and of course, with the power of the internet, a lot of this has become easier today. Literally, it's all about how you manage your time, how you manage your Zoom rooms, but really be able to teach people skills which they can practice. And with time, they are able to uh, incorporate that into their own um, way of living, their own lives. And so again, I'm not talking about quick fixes here, but I'm talking about really a way of life. So I'm really looking forward to this year and all the amazing amazing new developments that will happen. And of course, I definitely see this year as being the year of collaborations, and really connecting with like-minded people, people who lead with their hearts, and people who genuinely want to make a difference in the lives of others. So, of course, like I said, this is just, as the title goes, it's like I love it when a plan comes together. And so, in fact, a quick anecdote here. I remember when I actually watched this movie in Bombay many years ago, that was one of my low points in my life. I was pretty lost. Obviously, this is more than a decade ago, where, like I said, the coaching industry didn't really exist at that point. It was only corporate coaching. There was no personal development coaching or personal development, training per se. It was all based on workshops. There was no community, and um, one of those days, while I was in Bombay, exploring business opportunities, I, was so frustrated. I just decided to, what they call a double header, right? So watching two movies back to back, I actually went and watched the A Team. That was one of the movies that I watched that afternoon. And interestingly enough, this line from the A Team, the movie The A Team, just stuck with me. And on a day like today, how I won't say how ironic, but it's so beautiful that um, this really is just like what I think it was Colonel Hannibal, right? He says, I love it when a plan comes together. And for me, today has been one of those days. And I know there are many more coming in this year and, of course, the years ahead. So I just wanted to take this moment actually to thank you because you, the digital coach that's out there, maybe you're struggling, maybe you're, by yourself and you've tried being in communities, but somehow it's not worked for you. Maybe it's been overwhelming. Maybe you don't fit in. But this is my way of reminding you that even as you're on this journey, finding your voice, um, or finding your voice as they correctly pronounce it. Um, I just want you to know that this is the reason why I make it a point to show up every day and share with you a couple of moments just to remind you that whatever you're going through, just remember that this too shall pass. So I really do look forward to seeing you in the next pod. Remember, there's a daily pod, so show up, watch it. If you have something that struck you, definitely reach out and message me. And of course, as always, if I can help you in any way, just let me know. And remember to live with purpose. Look forward to seeing you in the next pod. God bless, and I will see you soon.